There's no denying it anymore. You look at the Dolphins' defense right now. Stare hard at that safety position, and it's loud. Not loud like a packed Hard Rock Stadium on a Sunday night. Loud like an empty space screaming to be filled. With Javon Holland out of the equation, there's a crack in the foundation. That deep third roll. That smart, instinctive playmaker who knows when to drop back and when to fly in like a missile? Gone. And in comes the question that won't leave. Who's next? You dig into the options and two names keep punching their way back to the surface. Malaki Starks and Nick Emenwari. On paper, both are safeties. On tape, on feel, on projection, not even close to the same type of player. They're worlds apart. And that's where the headache starts, and maybe the magic too. He's been through the fire at Georgia. 3 years, plenty of film, plenty of plays that make you pause and rewind. You don't get 6 interceptions and 14 pass breakups in the SEC by accident. This isn't about flash or hype. With Starks, it's something else. It's the way he positions himself before the throw, the way he adjusts mid-flight, tracks the ball like it owes him money, and comes down with it in traffic. This isn't a kid guessing. It's one who sees 2 steps ahead. He lined up all over that Georgia defense. Deep safety, slot corner, even flirted with the box a few times. What stood out wasn't just the athleticism. It was how he understood where he was, where the play was going, where the quarterback was leaning. He doesn't panic. He doesn't bite on the first move. That's not just talent. That's experience wrapped in awareness. And in Miami, with Melifonwu and Ashton Davis around, let's be real. Neither of those guys gives you what Starks does deep. Not even close. But don't get too comfortable. Starks isn't perfect. You turn on the 2024 tape, and something's off. He played more slot, way more than ever before. And it showed. Not in effort, but in what it took from his game. That killer instinct from deep, that trigger to break downhill and destroy a route. Muffled. His change of direction, not bad, but not built for sticky man coverage against shiftier guys. So yeah, his worst season might have come right before draft day. That's tough timing. But context matters. Still, even when he's not perfect, he's useful. His missed tackle rate is low enough to ignore unless you're nitpicking. And he's got enough size and twitch to fake cornerback duty when needed. Is that what you want him doing? No. But in a pinch, he won't kill you. So what's the real issue here? It's not about what he can't do. It's about whether 2024 was a blip or a red flag. If the Dolphins bet on him, they're betting that getting him back to a true safety role unlocks the Starks of 2022 and 2023. And that guy, he could stabilize the entire secondary. South Carolina didn't birth a football player. They unleashed a weapon. Emenwari walks in at 6'3", 220, with wings for arms and rockets in his legs. A 4.3840? At that size. With that explosion? That's not common. That's chaos. Vertical of 43 inches. Broad jump 11 feet 6 inches. You don't measure this dude. You just get out of the way. And the scary part? He knows how to use it. You want someone crashing down into the box and making running backs regret getting out of bed. This is your guy. You want someone with range who can close on intermediate throws, like a linebacker in fast forward? He's your guy there too. Turnovers? He finds them. 4 picks, including 2 taken to the house. This isn't empty stat padding. He makes things happen. But, and yeah, there's a but, he's far from finished. You dive into his tape, and it's a ride. One game, you're convinced he's the second coming of Derwin James. Next game, you're wondering if he even watched film that week. Bad angles. Misreads. Eyes in the wrong place. Anticipation that just isn't. It's frustrating. Not because he's bad, but because he should be better. And that gap between what he is and what he could be, that's the gamble. He's not someone you throw back deep on day one and say, go lead the defense. He needs molding. He needs time. And he needs a coach who believes in the long-term payoff. Problem is, how many coaches in Miami have time to wait? 2 names. 2 very different roads. You want immediate security. Someone who can step in and restore order in the back end? Starks. You want a project with a ceiling that might just crack the roof of the AFC. Emenwari. Let's not pretend this decision lives in a vacuum. Miami isn't rebuilding. This team has talent. The clock isn't just ticking, it's screaming. Tua, Hill, Waddle, Ramsey, the pieces are there. The patience. Not so much. This isn't about potential. It's about now. And yet, how do you walk away from Emanwari's upside? With the right staff? The right plan? He could become something monstrous. And guess who just joined as DC? Anthony Weaver, the guy who helped turn Kyle Hamilton into a Swiss Army knife of destruction in Baltimore. If anyone sees the blueprint in Emanwari, it's probably him.